Titleist SM8 Vokey Wedges. I used to play Vokey Wedges. I love Vokey Wedges. They're kind of a little bit of a, I would call them almost like the benchmark a little bit. All right, Matthew, they're driving us on the machine as always. Like, if you're competing with these with your product, I always feel like then you're doing a good job. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I agree, yeah.
Let's see if SM8 does anything more, less, different than say SM7s or Vokeys that have gone before, and who might game such a club. Let's get stuck in. So I've got 46, a 50, a 56 and a 60 to try here. We're going to look at the tech in a second. Initial looks, look, you get this kind of straight bar across the middle, which is slightly different, and we're definitely starting to see less of the like noding that we used to get up here. This is the 46 I've got here. If we go to the 60 here, I don't know if you remember in the old one, Matt, there's a little kind of lump at the top here a little bit.
Yeah,
so they were moving CGs high and low on each one to maximize kind of strikes and efficiency. That's kind of gone, and we've gone back to nice thin lines, but I think there are some CG movements in this area and in this area, which we'll talk about in the tech. I'm actually going to get my old one to show you the difference. So the black one here is my old one with the stamping. This is the new one for testing. The biggest difference is definitely you see the shape at the back now. Look, so the old one had this kind of thicker bit at the top, where now we don't see it. And it does come across as a little bit thinner. You seeing that, Matt?
Yeah, that's definitely looking different at the back, isn't it?
Yeah.
And top line, yeah, I would agree. It does look thinner on the top.
Yeah, which I think is
much of it, maybe.
Yeah, really good move.
Yeah, nice looking wedge that.
The other standout quality, I think, with the new ones is just how much cleaner they are as well. Look at it.
Very clean, yeah.
How do you do that with the grooves? Like, why?
Oh, right, I see what you mean.
Right, so I've got the 46. So Vokey are still quite keen for people to think about not having a pitching wedge in a set and thinking about a Vokey. And I did it when I was with Titleist because it did make me feel a bit more versatile in the wedge. My whole wedge setup is changed with the new bag because I've got more top heavy, which you'll see in other videos, and I'm doing more videos on it. But the 46 in the Vokey, the shape of it will allow it to blend, I think, with a lot of the Titleist clubs.
Okay.
So I was T100 to this, and it just seamlessly blend. You know, it was a clever design, and my understanding is they did that on purpose. They really worked on this kind of lofted club to make sure it did try and blend through with as many of their sets as possible, because they want more people, you know, obviously using a specialized pitching wedge as well, because you will get some sole variations and help which you might not get on a universal set.
I've never found that with my golf. Like, probably because I'm more of a basher with most clubs, I never feel like I need that with a wedge, because it's going like 140, 130.
Well, do you know, the other thing is, I think reason why you didn't, and I did feel it a bit more, is I'm looking for an answer in this end of the bag. You're not. You've got your answers, and you know your answers are here. Yeah. So I'm going, oh, these are used to work, and now they don't. Bob, can you help? And he's going, yeah, well, you should try this. Yeah, yeah. And so I would see the same way. I think it's always interesting when we do driver reviews, you know, you'll see it slightly different to me, because I don't care, because I'm going to hit that fairway. Yeah. Within reason, where you are like going, I can't, this one's ridiculous. And I just think, oh, right, yeah. So you're again maybe looking at that end more for, you know, help me. Callaway, can you help me? Yeah. Put more weight in here. Where this end, well, certainly in a wedge, I'm thinking, right, I want to chip with less loft because I feel duffy. Yeah. So yeah, if I've got a wedge with a sole that allows me to feel a bit more interaction with the ground, then go on then. Yeah. What difference it made? Well, I thought my wedge game got better, and I enjoyed my time with the Vokeys, and I felt like it helped me. Because I think it was mainly me, as in I practiced it, but I was able to go to them with my, I want this and I find this, and this is the beauty of, I think, Vokeys, is that they do have a solution in there. They would say, okay, well, this grind, this bounce, do we do it? And if you look at on the new Vokeys, I mean, you've got it there. The list of bounces and grinds is excessive, isn't it? It's loads. Throughout the lofts and things, it is a lot, yeah. But for the 46, you've only got one option. Yeah. So I don't know personally what a Titleist pitching wedge standard set has for a bounce. So is it different? The sole was wider. than what I was getting on certainly my bladed ones.
Because this is an F grind in a 46, isn't it?
Yeah.
And does that cut away at the back, or it's just like one continuous grind? So yeah, it's like one continuous one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of straight across.
Yeah.
But I found that when I went to this wedge, I had the bladed clubs, and it was a thicker sole. It felt nicer on the old turf. What we got here? What yardage is that?
You're 120.
Right, 120. And do you want to just show people the hole? Just to get that little flyover icon there.
This one?
Yeah, why not? That's what we're playing.
That's the bird's eye view.
Lovely little hole.
Don't spin it off the front.
No, I don't think there's a danger of that with me, sir. 120 yards. Let's see how they feel. Definitely look great. Thinner top line. Just they look great. A little bit of a fat pull, but there you go. Welcome to my wedge game.
Middle of the green.
Good distance. Stopping and running out.
Yeah.
Let's hit another one. So talk to me a little bit about the tech, Matt, as I go through some of these lofts. What is actually happening? Because there's a part of me that doesn't want much to happen with this club, because, to be honest with you, SM7 I gained, liked. Why would I want it to change that much?
Well, it is funny that you say that. You've given me these sheets, and it doesn't really say a lot. Does it not?
So they haven't really changed it much.
Like a big thing for this tech kind of thing is 7% MOI forgiveness plus 7%.
So they've increased the MOI?
Yes, that's the one thing that's standing out the most to me. And I think that you said in the start here that they've moved some weights around, so more towards the neck. And
on certain models, I understand it, there's a longer neck. So if you look at the 60 here.
Oh yeah, crikey, that's...
The neck is considerably longer.
Significantly longer, isn't
yeah,
it?
which is going to move the weight more towards the heel. So then they put a weight, tungsten as I understand it, or some kind of weight in the toe.
Yeah.
And they actually get to a situation, believe it or not, and I do believe it because I understand where the centre of mass is of a golf club, that the CG actually isn't even on the face, it's floating off it. So it's so far forward, I think, it's actually off the front of the face on the 60, which they're saying is allowing, I think where they're moving their CGs with each club, the idea they're saying, and we'll see, and you go and test and see, it's easier to square it, is what they're getting feedback from the
more
tour
consistent strike, and yeah, squaring it up at impact.
Go and test and see if you find that. The thing I often find with when I game Vokey, and have done through all my life at some period of time, is I'm happy just to kind of trust them a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you can say that, and I'm not going to buy into it particularly, but the wedge is great, thanks.
Yeah,
anyway.
And I think that moves on to the next bit nicely, is how many SM7s go into the Tour Pros bag straight away.
SM8,
sorry, yeah.
SM7 was the same, but yeah, that's something, and I've seen that firsthand. I've spent plenty of time on the tour track, and absolutely the amount of people, oh hello,
spin.
It's a bit long. The amount of people who come into the van and I'm being told to put my camera away.
Because they're not contracted.
And I just so want to go.
Yeah.
He's using them?
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously you've got the people who do use them.
Yeah.
And I get it, and they're getting whatever they wanted doing it, but then there's loads and I'm thinking, oh,
yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, yeah, can you just like, let's not take a picture.
Yeah.
Gonna go to a 50, why don't we go to like 110?
And I think that just, again, is kind of a testament to how good the Vokeys are continuously, isn't it? They trust them and they just go and put them in the bag. Like.
Yeah. Right, club changed. 50 degrees, moving a little bit closer. Again, the shape is just good.
Through the rest of this,
go on.
There's not a lot else to talk about, apart from a lot of loft and a lot of bounce options.
Well, I think it's the moving the CG is what they're very happy to have done, and then obviously changing the profile, which I think will really like quite a few people's lemons, because it is now definitely very clean, nice on the top, without the moving node bit, by using the neck and the toe to try and change those CGs. Again, next to node, it's like medium straight line at the front. It's always not too forwards, if you know what I mean. It's just beautiful. So what are we now, 110?
110, yeah.
With my 50. So this is the big area of where my bag has changed, because I'm now, I've hit a decent shot last. Actually thinning out this end to try and give me more options at the top end. But again, subject to what you build your game around, I think that's always up for debate. But I'll have my tendencies as where I would try and help people. Look, why don't we, like, I think you've got too many wedges, let's go at the top end. But I would never stop someone who just loves having loads of wedges and they're good at it. Why would you change it? Do you know what I mean? Feels as good as anything. Again, for me, easier to square the face up. I wouldn't say I've ever had an issue squaring the face up with a wedge. You've got plenty of loft. D-plane gives me more room for error as well, so again, I'm just not sure I'm ever going to notice that. That statement wouldn't make me buy the new Vokeys.
Yeah.
The tool take up and confidence might influence me. The shape, sound, feel, all day long.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the looks of a wedge for me would make me upgrade, and they're probably the clubs that wear out the quickest. So if it's a better looking wedge than my previous one, then I'm just going to go and buy them.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Basically, like, you trust Vokey because they're one of the top brands for wedges, and if it looks nice and mine are a bit out of date and used, go and upgrade. Lovely, brilliant.
When it comes to spin, we'll show you the numbers, but again, I think it's so funny, and you got lots of companies releasing wedges talking about doing stuff with spin. These, like, they haven't been able to go anywhere with spin for probably about 7 years because they were there.
They were already there and they're not catching up.
So very precise grooves is what they'll say. What they do is they overcut the grooves and then plate it.
Yeah.
So, which then makes them go back in within tolerance. So you're getting up to your like tolerances with grooves is what they're selling pitches. You know, when you had the tailor-made raw wedge come out, everyone started talking about, oh yeah, because it's not plated, it'll be sharper grooves. Well, no. They're the same sharpness. These were over sharpened and then you plate them. It's almost like putting a duvet over your bed. It just smooths it a bit and brings it back, they tell us. Yeah. And again, I think that's where you get the tour players just going in and going, can I have my new wedges? Because they know they're going to get the numbers they want. How far's this? 98? 90, lovely.
You hit that 98.
Yeah, because I thought it was 98. You see, I panicked then. Again, 56, smooth, a top line, looks good. And I'll tell you another thing that I love with my Vokeys as well when I had them is I did like having them pimped. And I think, don't quote me on this, maybe watch the space, I think they are going to start trying to roll out wedge works a little bit more for people. It's nice having personalised wedges, isn't it? Because it is a personalised club, isn't it?
Like proper pimping or just like letters?
Oh, all right, Mr. Callaway.
I didn't want to mention Callaway, but
is that what you mean? Is that proper because they do the whatever they do?
Yeah, they're proper pimp.
I think it's more stamping, but don't quote me on that. You'd have to check with your favourite Titleist retailers. And the other thing with that as well, it changes from region to region sometimes, those kind of ideas. I'm going to go up to the 60 and then we've got a little game planned. Again, I'm loving the cleanness of the top line of this 60 over the old one. It is lovely and sharp and smooth. And again, I think that will blend more with, you know, your better end iron clubs, your less chunky clubs really nicely. Right, 74 yards, 60. Again, nice big face down by the ball. I like knocking 60s down. Look at that. Little bit of, yes.
Should we replay that one? That
was do you want to replay it? We could replay it. Like, it would be rude not to, wouldn't it?
Yeah, let's see.
So what I did, I put it back in my stance a fraction and I just ripped down and I thought, wow.
Birdie.
That is beautiful. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. Birdie. Now that's a par save because I chipped out the trees. Oh, I've hit another.
You've dropped out the lake.
I've hit another. Maybe this should be the game. This distance. Yeah, I've dropped out the lake. Look at that view.
Douche.
Oh, I'm raining 60 degrees of terror down on this 74-yard pin. Bit higher, I'm guessing that one. Yeah, you can see it there.
Bit higher, yeah.
So there's your old classic, let's test the spin on wedges. So what made that go higher? Strike. I felt what that did on the face.
Strike and red up it a little bit.
That just zipped up the face. I could feel the other two just grab, little bit of slip and then grabbed. I could feel them and they come out low. That one just slipped, and then it was like no grooves. That's the beauty of golf. RNA know that you're gonna. I mean, if we just quickly look at the numbers, what's the difference in spin or heights on those last ones?
So
60 there at the bottom. Yeah, look at the spin drop.
Yeah.
9.9 and then to 7.5. I didn't do anything, and then the height difference.
Yeah.
All strike point
launch.
to. If not strike point, it could have been simply something in the mat, get in between. If I could strike it in the exact same place, and you might get that, subject to what gets in there.
And you got your launch as well over there on the left, 31.
Oh yeah, it's a popper.
Look at it, yeah, a little high popper.
Brilliant. That's why golf's great.
Yeah.
That is why golf is brilliant, because we can't control that. I'm going to hit one more then with the 60, because I feel like I might hole one, you know?
Oh dear.
So that's similar to the first two.
Cup. Oh, it's another good one. Look at it.
So one pot, I didn't feel like I played any of them different. Let's look at these numbers. How are we doing then, Matthew?
So 46 to start with at the top here.
Yep.
122 carry on average. Peak heighting at 26. Spinning at 6.1.
Okay.
50 degree.
Yeah.
You go down to 105 average. And spinning at 5.9, so very similar.
Yeah.
Down to a 56 where you're at 92. I think you were trying to hit it 90. Spinning at 6.1, so nothing really changing much here.
Yeah.
And lastly, your 60 is 76 yards and spinning at 8.7, so a nice jump in the spin here. Peak heighting a little bit lower, you were hitting them a little lower in there too, but the rest were peaking and heighting at 22, 22 and 26.
I think those numbers show why there's so many options in the wedges, because for me to see a distance with the different lofts, I see a different way of playing it. I mean, what's the lowest flighted group? So 22 peak height is the highest lofted club is by far the lowest peak heighter, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So I see that yardage as a different style of playing. I'm leaning clubs differently, so I might need different bounces for that, and that's again where I'm going to dial into that chart of all their options and I need this.
Yeah, yeah.
But actually I also do bunker shots with it, so maybe I need it to do that as well.
Yeah.
Which I think is great. And then also if you look at the spin, 9.1, 9.5, 8.8 and then the 7.5 in there, I didn't feel like I played any of them any different. I just know with Vokey that you're going to get the spin that you're allowed within the rules, basically. I feel like we should have a little game to finish. First thing, I'm loving the looks of that. I just think the looks
I think the looks are great, clean and nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And they feel like a Vokey. Yeah. But I don't need to say that this one feels like a Vokey, and by definition that's kind of good. Yeah. Let's have a little game to finish. 4 balls. 4 balls. You got to use each club. Your idea, Matt, came up with this idea. I think it's a good one. Yeah. It's 86 yards. 86 yards. Do the little flyover thing. No. Yeah, I will do that one first. Okay. That's what it looks like. So no one should do it in the water. No.
Oh, an aerial view.
Yeah,
nice.
86 yards. Could spin it off the front with your amount of spin.
Oh, tuck pin.
Yeah. And you got to use each club. So the 46, 50, 56 and 60. So obviously there'll be a sweet spot on the other ones. You're going to have to manufacture. Matt, up first.
I'm manufacturing first. I'm going 46 to start with.
You're going low to high.
Low to high, yes.
Show me. Show me low to high, Matthew.
86 yards.
Oh, that's a good.
Don't be long.
That's a decent starter with the most loft. That's the hardest one to gain.
God, that looks closer than that to me.
30 foot. You can free putt from there, sir.
50 next. 50. So I've done that one. 50 next.
How's it looking for you? What do you think of the looks? First time you've gained to look at them.
So it looks tiny bit different to my Callaways. Always in the heel. Yeah. It always looks slightly different. Bit more like back and roundy.
Okay.
But like nothing that bothers me. I do like the way that it would sit in your bag.
Yeah, it's a smart looking club.
And you'd want to play that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. 50, 86 yards nearest the pin.
Similar to the first one, really, isn't it?
Don't be left. That's a pulley, isn't it? Yeah, that's a pulley. Long pull.
Oh, it's long. It's into yards, not even feet.
Right, they're the 2 hard ones for lofts.
Now
you had one right, one left. Easier to square the face or not?
No.
Yeah.
Can't feel anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your lofts are funny that you use the game, aren't they?
No.
Like you've gone 4 degree gap, 6, and then 4.
Yeah, I like that.
Like.
And you wondered why my wedge game was so good.
Screws me with my head a little bit. That. Why would you not have the same gap? 56. So I'm still not full out, I don't think, really.
Or anywhere near the hole.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Is this the one?
Come on.
Sit! Spin!
Oh, I did a little bit. That's a
to.
good effort.
Do you want to know how close that one is?
14.
14. Do you want to replay?
Yeah, replay that. Press play on the right there.
Here we go. Oh, I like this cam.
What a camera view.
Landing on us, everyone. Oh,
Spin.
nice shot, coach.
One online. Right, I'm happy with that. I think that might win, you know.
We should do the fairway hitting game with these clubs.
60 degrees.
60. So this is now wheelhouse stuff, isn't it?
No, I think that I'd be hitting this too hard for this. That was the right club for me if I was.
So that's as good as you get. That last shot, everyone. I'm sorry, Armin.
Because I'm going to try and take a bit of loft off and hit this in a bit lower, you know.
Okay.
That could spin. Oh, get up. Oh, it's closer.
Your closest is 14.
Yeah, that was that one.
14.1. A good effort. I'm going to switch the player over.
Nice feel, nice sound, nice look.
It's Vokey, isn't it?
Yeah, everything that you want from a wedge, basically. Yeah.
Let's just quickly look at. Have we got your data on those? Actually, just quickly see what you're getting. Yeah, 6,007, 9, and 9. So stepping up as he changes his loss, as you would expect. Look how close they launch apart from that one. What did you do with that one there?
I think that was my pull to the left.
Okay, so you did it again. But apart from that, you're trying to find a launch window. No matter what loft we give you, you're finding a window.
Yeah, 28.
And then again, the lowest shot is with the highest loft. Shaft my lean, don't shaft my lean. Like that's why wedges need options, isn't it? Because you are displaying options.
Yeah, and then you'd look at those bouncers, wouldn't you? To see what you want to do with each one.
Yeah. Right, let me have a go then. My go, sir?
Yeah, you like these being your lofts and things. You should win this game. Really.
Is that what I'm going to go low high as well then.
Low high. Oh, okay.
I'm going to start down and work my way up to my premium. So if I get inside, this could be one shot. Do we end or do we just keep going for Hollywood?
I'm happy to end if you win, you win. I don't want you to win and then like hole one or something stupid.
46. I'm going to like open face and almost cut it. Oh, I've nudged it.
Oh, nudge. That's one.
Did it get it?
No, I don't think so.
Too long.
Too long.
But it's a good start. I'll take that with that loft.
You're still in the feet. I was into yards on mine.
Right, 50. That's the other thing as well. Easier to square the face up. Sometimes square it up to what?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want that.
Don't want that squared, do you?
I wanted it open to a path. So now, if I'm someone who naturally plays it open to a path, are you making a club that's harder for me? Now, I believe that I don't think you'll feel a difference in any of the squaring the face up, but when marketing takes grip of golf clubs, you can find so many little holes sometimes if you dig.
You question
because we all play them so differently. So you if you think you're saying that this club now doesn't suit me. If you want, luckily, most people don't think about it. Maybe as much as I do, but there you go. Right, 50 degree. Similar ideas to what I just did with the others, but again, I've not let that face open enough.
Oh, looking for a member's bounce, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was.
20.2. Now you're hitting into your zone.
56.
14.1 to beat.
That's got to be beatable, isn't it?
Yeah. Straight down the line, good distance, bang. That's a good start direction.
That's the winner.
Oh, he's done it.
Yeah. Stop.
Stop rolling. Oh, he's done it.
Do we replay that?
Yeah, we can.
Should we look at how close it is?
What view you...
Oh, that's a good... I like that. You've chosen a good one.
Good view. Oh.
That's the winning shot.
Inside there, look.
So what am I?
You're 9.6
feet. Right, and we go to the 60 to finish. Yeah, this is like a lap of honour now, isn't it?
Well done, you. You should have won that.
Yeah, I am going to know more about what's going on with these than you for feels, distances, everything.
Oh, really. He's trying to draw it in and spin it in. Oh, come on. Oh,
I did like that.
I'll replay that one too.
Yeah, I think we should. She's so rude. Now make sure we get a good angle. Yeah.
Another good angle.
Yeah.
Lovely shot.
Again, it's just good. 10 foot though, not as close
not
as the
as
other.
close,
More Hollywood, but not as good. Are my numbers up there?
They are. 4.3, 4.2 with the 50.
Yeah.
Then 5,000 with the 56, and then you zip it up to 8.2 spin with your 60.
Yeah, absolutely.
All spinning less than mine.
And then look at my launches as well, because I didn't have such a pop.
Yeah.
30, 31, 32, 39. So we're ranging in what in loft? 46 to 60.
Yeah, 14 degrees
14
different.
degrees of loft, but yet I'm still trying to find, that's one of the biggest things you find with, and I'm not a good wedge player, but good wedge players, they find their window. You give this to like, remember like Rory would pop them, and you give this to your average amateurs and they are just like literally popping them all over the place.
Great wedge players are like within 2 degrees max.
And then if you think about it, when people like Vokey are talking about trying to get CGs in places to make, you know, perfect launches and spins and control, if you just go back to that data, that's only going to help someone who does get that tight. If you think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're someone who doesn't, maybe none of this will really matter, and you'll just go looks, feel, and a brand that I might like.
Yeah.
And if you are that person, which is why they test with their tour pros, and they will dial in and see them launching like maybe a degree closer or half a degree closer than their other ones, and they're just going to buy into that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
SM8, it's definitely a bit of a shift. I like what they're doing with them. Can I feel the difference for benefits and features in squaring faces and different CGs? I'm not sure I can. Are they what a Vokey should feel like and play like? Yes. Are they what a Vokey should really look like? Kind of yes. So to me, there's only benefits there. Matt, could you?
I could.
With the amount of options you got, they're gameable, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, the options are great, the looks are great, like you can't go wrong really, can you?
I think this is why you're going to see them in a lot of players' bags. Post comments down below. Have you played Vokey wedges over years or not? What wedges do you play? Maybe post in those comments down below. Is it something you might try? I'd love to hear. But yeah, that's a good one really.